rich deposits of gold beneath lush forests and grasslands have profoundly influenced the history and development of Ghana, earning it the epithet of Gold Coast. The extensive availability of the mineral, compounded by the necessity of Western powers to finance their empires, made Ghana an irresistible destination for European colonizers from the 15th century onwards. Despite various attempts made by the government to regulate the small-scale mining sector, 90% of its operators work illegally, with no official recognition. Strong men between 16 and 30 years old dig long shafts using only chisel, hammer and elbow grease. Young boys work day and night to find the precious ore on which they rely for their livelihoods and those of their family. Each morning, miners reach the site in different ways. Trucks make the journey from the village to the work site several times a day. The youngest miners, however, reach the mine on foot. The trucks can also be used for other activities, such as collecting the wood which is used for shaft maintenance. Miners are divided into gangs, consisting of 10 to 15 members. Each miner has his own role in the group and is charged with different tasks. The leader or ghetto owner is followed by the chiselers, who are responsible for extracting the gold-carrying stones. Under them are the loco boys, who carry the load up to the surface. After eating breakfast together and sharpening their tools, miners get ready to go underground.
Let's go. Dig it down. Chisel hammer, dig it down.
The hand-dug tunnels can reach several meters in depth, and miners descend and ascend with no harness or rope. Only a small minority of the gangs can afford equipment such as an air pump and water puller. The chiselers explore the rock faces in search of traces of gold. When the precious metal is spotted, miners get to work with chisel and hammer. Underground, the heat is intense, and workers use all possible methods to air the shafts. Sometimes, gangs allow other miners to work in their shafts in exchange for a share in the produce. The youngest miners, however, are generally permitted to collect a few stones without giving any to the ghetto owners.
Battery. Yeah.
So,
Tuesday, the miners' breaking day, is one of the few moments of free time during the week. An abandoned alluvial mining pit is used to take a refreshing bath and do the laundry. Other miners choose to fulfill other work commitments, such as activities at home. The last part of the mining process involves the transportation of the extracted stones to a machine station, where Chinese-made technology is found. The stones are crushed by the widely used chan fra into small pieces until a fine sand is formed. The sand is then washed on inclined wooden boards on which a series of blankets are located. These stop and retain the gold particles as they are borne along by the water. The blankets are shaken in basins, where the gold is finally collected. Mercury is added to separate the mineral. The process can take several hours before the ore is extracted and ready to be sold. At this station, the miners do not pay for using the equipment and the fuel needed to run it, but they are required to sell the gold to the machine owners for a very low price. The buyers then travel to major towns in Ghana, such as Accra or Kumasi, to sell the mineral for its market price. Unless they are given the opportunity to enter into the legal mining market, the chances of workers improving their conditions are remote. It is vital to understand what drives young boys to risk their lives every day in dark shafts for a few dollars. Only then can policies and actions be pursued to produce tangible improvements in their livelihoods and pave the way for a brighter future.